Hey, welcome. It's Bull Tide trading on Gobi. Gobi lets you practice trading perpetuals, which are futures on crypto, for free so that you can experiment, see how things go. Today, I actually stayed off for a few days and came back, so it didn't look like it went so well. Let's see what happened. Okay, we got a bunch of liquidations. Ooh, this long was liquidated. This short was liquidated. Wow. I went the wrong direction on all these. The market has started going up, and I wasn't paying attention, and this is what happens when you don't pay attention. Fortunately, we're on Gobi, so we're just gonna start a fresh run. Bam. Okay, we're back. Now let's try to make better decisions this time. Let's start at the right place, Bitcoin. Bitcoin, the king. We're looking at last week, it's been on a nice uptrend. Let's look at the last few months. Let's actually drop in this analysis tab. It looks like it's been an uptrend, but if you look at the daily chart, it's a little bit less indicative of that. This is our last resistance, the lowest close. We are hitting that resistance right now. We're going to cross through this resistance, turn the trend potentially, or it's going to bounce off this resistance and go to an even lower low. I think the way we're going to do this is we bet that the downtrend continues, because you can see it's clearly downward focused, and we bet short here. And I think that number 58,000 is probably where we take profit. We don't even have to put a limit order. This is a great time to jump in. We're going to short it. So we want to look at the ATR, which we don't have, but you can kind of eyeball it. So these daily candles have swung about $1,000 a day. We need to go up from this number around 1,000. So we need to be at 64. So 64 is our stop loss. If our stop loss is 64, that's 1,000 up, and our take profit is 58, that's 5,000 down, then we're gonna have a really nice win. So let's see what that looks like. 64, 58, practice trade, short. What we should go in depends on liquidation. So let's just do a pure Bitcoin round this time, and let's just see what happens. So what do we say? 64, 58. So this is 64 is our stop loss. 58 is our take profit. This might run for days. So we got that here. Let's open the chart. I have a stop loss and a take profit. If I bring this up, our liquidation will get in range at some point. So let's see what liquidation is. Okay, that's too high because now liquidation's in range. So now liquidation's at 64,200. Let's just go, let's put 6K in here. This is something you can do with practice, but you wouldn't want to do with real life, because if we hit that stop loss, we're going to lose 5K. So we're out half our position. So it's a pretty nasty bet to do. Like, it's a fun bet, but it's pretty nasty. If we do the rule of 1%, what would that look like? So we have 10K in this account. 1% is don't risk over $100. Let's just see how low we have to go to not risk $100. Okay, so lower. It's pretty funny. If I put 250 here, okay, that's $200. So I'd have put $100 in this position if we tried following the rule of 1%. If I do this, I'm gonna gain $300, but let's go at the advanced chart. If you look at this, the problem is this is a 3-day adventure. To be fair, if we do the math, if I do this and we win, if we take these as equal possibilities, the 380s, our overall winnings is around 220. We have $10,000. If we make 220 in the next, let's say, week, there's 52 weeks in a year. If we can do that consistently over 50 weeks, what is that? That's 10,000, right? Yeah, that's 10,000. So doubling your money in a year isn't too bad. Actually, it's an interesting thought. Let's go ahead and run this experiment. It's not a bad idea. Like, we might take this $80 loss. We might take this $300 gain. Like, let's try to be disciplined. This is gonna be interesting. Review short, place order. And now we're just gonna let this run. So I think the rule is don't risk more than 1% on one trade. So maybe we'll do some others, but we'll do some others that aren't necessarily correlated with Bitcoin, just to see. Let's go to hot. Everything is up. Ooh, BlackBerry's down. Pepe's screaming. Oh man, this is like a really interesting case, because this, even though it's bullish, this is a shitcoin. And if we look at the daily candles, we are looking, so this was our most recent support. And we actually, with Pepe, we actually crossed over, but we crossed over in this interesting range. But I do have a sense that this would scream down if Bitcoin took a turn. But I don't really want to play that game. I don't feel too confident in it. Let's look at BlackBerry. Look at daily candles. Okay, so this is a little bit newer. It jumped up, but now it's down a little, because it's the weekend, I guess. One way of looking at this is you can see the volume was with the rise. There's very little volume on this fall, which makes, like, these last couple days, there's no volume here. So the fact that it went down really means nothing at all. That means, like, the market is not really thinking about this. It might also mean that it's gonna be hard to get in at a good price. But the truth is, it's like sitting at like 1150, and the right price is going to be where the last time there was volume, which is about 1250. I mean, like, the volume sort of declined here. It might take a turn. Maybe that's why it dropped a little bit. What are the average swings here? Average swings here, I'm eyeballing It's about $1.50. Okay, so here's a problem. If we get in here, the swings are going to be $1.50. We're just going to get wicked out. These wicks are so long on here. Wow, bonk is flying. Look at this. This is, okay, I think I'm gonna play this one. Like, this could climb. There is some, like, if I look at the volume here, that green jump had some volume, but not that much. It's about equivalent to all the volume before. That spike was a little jump in volume, but it wasn't that much. If this were a taller green bar, like this is right over here, I would say, okay, I believe that spike. I don't really believe that spike at all. And unlike BlackBerry, these wicks are way smaller than that spike. So we could actually come in at 0.5 cents and watch it come down to 0.04. And then, like, the average wick size here is a third of that spacing. So I could put a stop loss at 5.4 and a take profit at 4.0. And that would be at least a 2x multiple. I think we can do that. We're gonna have another short here today. Practice trade, market, short. Let's say it put $100. Let's play it safe. 5.4. And then we're gonna take profit at 4.0. All right, so look, we got a potential $80 loss. So we can actually bring it up a little bit. We're gonna try to get that to around 100. So 125 gets 107 loss, that's close enough. And then potential 244 gain, expected value 140. Let's review this short. And I think this is gonna be it for the day. We're gonna get in these two positions. And since they're fully specified, these are just gonna play out how they're gonna play out. And unlike last time, we aren't gonna go crazy. So like what happened last time was I made one bad judgment, and even though there were take profits and stop losses and all the stop losses hit, the stop losses hit in a way it wasn't redeemable. I was toast afterwards. We had to start over. And so we're gonna take a little more conservative approach and see how this plays out. Hopefully we make money in our next two trades, but let's just see. We have a maximum loss of $83 there, a maximum loss of 108 there. So we're looking at maximum loss of 190. So even if we were to go away for 2 weeks, come back and look at this, this should be no lower than around 9,800. It might not hit right then because what happens is when you come close to the stop loss, it does a market order. If the market's going that direction, it might not be able to get you at exactly the stop loss, but it should get close. Worst case scenario, we're coming back at 9,800. And best case scenario, 300 here and another 244 here. So best case scenario, we're getting in at 550. So best case scenario, we're gonna come back and it's gonna be 10,550. Most likely, at least the Bitcoin isn't going to hit for a few days. The BONK might. Hoping that tomorrow BONK hits one way or the other, and then we'll get in some more trades. We did nice conservative trades, and I'm really excited to see what happens over the next few days.